it's Hillary of Creative Faith, and today I'm going to be sharing a peek into our prayer journals. Creative Faith was started with a Spanish prayer journal actually, and then when I moved back to the US, I made these two in English. This one is a little more geared towards adults and teens, and this one's a little more geared to children, which I will explain in a minute when I do a little walkthrough of what is in these two prayer journals. And they're not full yet, but I'll give you a peek at what I've been praying about lately. But before I do that, I wanted to share a little testimony from a lady at my church. She attended one of my prayer journaling workshops, and she said that she wrote a prayer for a coworker of hers, a prayer that that specific coworker would kind of get back into her faith and start going to church again. And it's March of 2018. I think, yes, when I'm filming this, and the last time I did a prayer journaling workshop was like last May, and the time before that was September of 2016, and so I'm not sure which prayer journaling workshop she wrote that prayer, but it was a while ago. And she came up to me this Sunday at church, and she said that friend, the coworker that she had been praying for, went back to church with her coworker, or with her hairdresser. And so the lady at my church was just sharing a little God sighting and a little testimony of the power of prayer journaling. And so I just thought that would be a really cool encouragement to you all to get one of the Creative Faith prayer journals or start your own prayer journal and just see all the amazing ways and things that God is going to do through this. So I'll put a link in the description below to both of these prayer journals. I would love it if you checked out my Etsy store and purchased one and joined us kind of on this prayer journaling journey. So now I'm going to flip the camera around and do a walkthrough of these two prayer journals. So these are our two Creative Faith prayer journals, and this is the more adult teen prayer journal, and this is more geared a little more towards children. It's kind of brighter, fun colors. This one's a little more mature, and you'll see that some of the topics in here are just are phrased a little differently, easier for children to understand. So I'm just going to do a flip through, and these are not quite finished yet, but I have a lot of pages in here done. So the first one is Friends, and so the pages come like this where they're blank, and they all have a verse at the bottom, and you could journal the verse, you could do a lot of different things with the verse, but I use the space for writing just a simple prayer, and it could be a prayer for my friends, a prayer that you would place friends in my life. I always date all of my prayers. And on this one, you'll see I added, this is the verse card that comes in the kit, and you can see I just added it with washi tape on the inside cover. And you can also see that the Bible verses are different. Some of them are different, some of them are the same. But on this page, they're different for the more, something easier a child would understand versus an adult. And so the next prayer is for the world, and so here I drew a watercolor globe, and on here it was a prayer for peace for the world, and added a tab. The next one is family, and I used some washi tape over here and a sticker on the side. So on the adult one, the word is protection, and a word I thought was easier for a child to understand was safety. So that's kind of a difference in the two. You'll see I have some serious bleed through on this side that I'll need to take care of. And this is one of the images that comes with the kit that I cut out, and I added a stamp and I colored in around the circle. Here's another difference. In the adult one, it's suffering, and in the child's one, it says hard times. And I didn't think children as much would need to pray about money, so I put faith instead. And this is another one of the little images that comes with the kit, and I use the triangle background as inspiration for triangles on my page. And some of the pages, like this one, I have all prepped and ready to go. I just haven't added my prayer yet. So we have sacrifice and waiting, and again, I didn't think sacrifice, that's could be maybe a scary word for a child, so I put giving instead. And these little Scrabble tiles are a freebie on my blog. I'll put a link to the description below for that, but you guys can print them and use them in your prayer journals and Bible journaling. So I have prayers for bravery, work, and most children don't work. So I put neighbors. And I love, this is using gelatos and smushing them down. And these stickers actually came from Walmart, their Bible journaling line. Did a prayer for slowing down and for the future. This prayer journal I used a lot at the start of 2017 actually, and so I did a lot of prayers for rest and for being still and slowing down. And home, this was a prayer from January of 2017. I was asking about moving out and who will I live with, and now that's an answered prayer because I am living with my cousin. And so I love documenting my prayers this way because it helps me remember God's faithfulness. And another prayer for health, and this was my prayer for health on this side. Praying for ministry. This prayer was specifically for Creative Faith. And this little amen came from the kit also. So you get these little watercolor word strips, I call them. And I put happiness instead of ministry and food instead of purity for the children's prayer journal. Prayer for strength. This is another watercolor word strip, and so the amens are perfect for ending your prayers. Yeah, this is kind of a Spanglish prayer. And also a prayer for giving thanks. And then the last page is for a prayer for salvation, either for yourself if you've never said yes to the Lord, or a prayer for people in your life that you are praying will come to know Jesus. And I phrased it a little differently in the children's one. And then the back page is blank, so this I have a spot to journal answered prayers. So that is just a little walkthrough of our 2 different prayer journals and how I've been using them. This would be a great thing to start off a new season of your life, or if you are feeling lost and not knowing what to pray about. This is just a great place to get started. I also have a Lent prayer calendar, and even though Lent is over, you can still use it if you are needing some inspiration for topics of different things to pray about, and so I'll make sure to put that in the link in the description below. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more inspirational faith videos and Bible journaling processes, and be sure to pick up our prayer journal kits in the Creative Faith Etsy store. And if you have any prayer requests, please also leave those in the comments below. I would love to take a moment today to pray for you and your needs. Bye!